Hi, it's Gary from PoolSupplies.com, and today we're going to prep for getting ready to close your pool. Choosing a winter cover. Winter covers are rated by weave or scrim of the material. That's how many threads go each direction in a 1-inch parameter. This one here is a 12 by 12 weave, means there's 12 threads one direction, 12 threads the opposite direction. This one also has a binding on the outside perimeter, which does make it a little bit stronger of a cover. Choosing a cover really depends on how well you maintain the pool. If you're just looking for something simple, I would probably just order the deluxe standard cover, which is an inexpensive cover to use, maybe a 1-season, 2-season type of cover. Making the cover last longer, if you do keep it pumped down through the winter, keeping a little bit of the snow off of there if you live in the east, that will also help make the cover last longer. Also important is maybe a leaf net cover. Coming into fall, the leaves will start falling. The leaf net cover goes over the top of the winter cover, and that helps to catch all the leaves instead of them being into the cover itself and getting into making a muck in the water itself. Leaf net cover does have to come off before the first snowfall. It can't withstand the weather of the weight of the ice and the snow. So just make sure that comes off before the first snowfall. Much easier to getting the leaves off now instead of leaving the leaves go through the winter and getting mucky water on top of your cover. As well as the air pillow. An air pillow will help to keep the cover suspended. It'll keep the water pressure more equally around the cover itself. An air pillow comes in squares, rounds. These are anywhere from 4 foot by 4 foot, 4 by 8s, or 4 by 15. General size depicts the size of cover pool you have. Perhaps a 4 by 4 maybe for pools up to 21 round, and then a 4 by 8 maybe up to a 27 or 28 round, and then we have a 4 by 15 for larger pools. They do have grommets in the corners so that you can tie them in place. What's also nice and convenient is the Pool Pal pillow. A little bit of a Velcro type unit. One piece goes on the pillow itself, the other piece goes on the bottom of the cover, and that will ensure that your cover stays in the middle of the pool. Also, if you're in the windy area, there's items like pool cover seal. Also, there are types of clips that will help hold the cover in place. When you're doing your prep work for winterizing, you'll also need some winter plugs, whether you're using a rubber expanded plug or a threaded plug, which one you either prefer. Then you'll want to make sure that your cable and your turnbuckle are in good condition, that you're using those for your cover. You also want your winter kit. Your winter kit is going to be your chemicals for the winter. You'll have algicide, a pH stabilizer, as well as an algicide and a shock treatment in there. Also, if you're in a water conserve area, you may need the use of a compensator or something like a skimmer face plug or a skimmer face plate. These items go into the face of the skimmer itself. The plug here, the compensator, just goes down to the bottom of the skimmer itself. You twist it and it expands, and it takes up the expansion of the ice from freezing, so it won't damage your skimmer. You'll also want is probably a pump of some sort. We have a submersible pump here. This is one, maintains the winter cover through the season while you're pumping water off, as well as helping you to pump the water out of the pool for prepping to close it. You'll also want a test kit on hand so that you can test the water. You want to make sure that your pH and your alkalinity are in levels, so when you close the pool that everything will be proper and hopefully open crystal clear for you in the spring. Okay, we're going to test the water in preparation for closing the pool. You want to make sure that your levels are in line. That will ensure, hopefully, that you open with a clean pool, clear pour next year. You want to make sure that when you're putting the dipstick in, that you're putting it in roughly about elbow deep, about 30 seconds, bringing the dipstick out of the water and matching it to the canister itself for the measurement of the pH, the alkalinity, and your chlorine. So once you've got your test done, you want to make sure that you're reading it against the bottle. Your chlorine should be anywhere from a 1 to a 2. Your alkalinity should be anywhere from 80 to 120. And your pH should be roughly around 7.4, 7.6. Those would be good levels for closing the pool. Thank you for joining us. It's been Gary from PoolSupplies.com. Tune in next week for more Pool Pro Tips by Gary. Part 2. Please check the description for links to the products used in this video. If you have any questions for me, please email support@PoolSupplies.com.